In this video, I test 14 public EV chargers to see which ones are good and which ones aren't. And the results might actually surprise you. This is the industry standard of EV charging, which is the Tesla Supercharger. The charge speed is like 700 or 800 miles an hour. You don't need an RFID card, you don't need a credit card, you don't need an app, you just literally plug and play. It's the way charging should be. Overall, the Tesla Supercharger goes in the God tier category. The closest charger to my house is this, which is a 150 kilowatt BP, and we're off to a really good start because it's broken. So the BP Pulse gets put in the shite category because it is shite, and you'll see why later on when I try a different one. This is an ESP eCar NI. The charge speed is about 43 miles per hour, 49p per unit and 25p connection fee. Like, why is there a 25p connection fee? Like, why is there a fee? It is the most convoluted and useless app. It is so slow and uneasy to use. Convenience, are they convenient? Not really. You have to leave your car there for 7.5 hours at a petrol station. What are you gonna do for 7.5 hours? Reliability is also poor. Overall, is going in the shite category because it is shite. Next up is another one, but when I tried to disconnect it, the cable got stuck. I had to get the operator to manually disconnect the cable. It stays in the shite category. Next up was this, which is a VandElectrical charger, and it almost got put in the shite category because when I went there, one side of it was broken. This one really annoyed me. Like, why does it need my home address? 24 miles per hour, 13 hours, 20 minutes to charge fully, and 32p per unit, which is actually a lot cheaper than I thought. Ease of use, poor. Who's going to use this? Who's going to leave the car for 13 hours here when you could bring it home? Nobody. Reliability, shite, one was broke. Overall, poor. Next up is the Weev. So there's two 22 kilowatt AC chargers and a 24 kilowatt DC charger. I suppose now is as good a time as any to know the difference between the two. Basically, the grid is AC, which is alternating current, and your car uses DC, which is direct current. So whenever you're charging your car from the grid, you can either do it one of two ways. You use the box inside the car to convert the AC to DC, and that's limited to 11 kilowatts. Or you can outsource the conversion process to a big box on the side of the road. The car can take up to 250 kilowatts. The beauty about this is that it takes Apple Pay, well done Weev, and it was broken. So what goes into the shite category? Because if it doesn't work, it's shite. The 22 kilowatt AC chargers were working. Ease of use, I'm gonna give it a meh. It's an app, which is shite, but at least you can use Apple Pay. Overall, I'm gonna give the Weev. The Weev is a better charger than the rest of them. It gets in the meh. So next up is Pod Point 7 kilowatts. The first 15 minutes of this charger is actually free. So as soon as you plug your car in, it starts to charge, and then you have an opportunity to download the app and get all that stuff and payment details sorted afterwards. And that makes the whole process a lot less stressful. Top 10 out of 10 for that idea. 24 miles per hour charge speed, 44p per unit, 35 quid to charge it, 12p per mile. Ease of use, I'm gonna give it a meh. There's no Apple Pay, there's no contactless card payment on the machine. Convenience, poor. I don't understand anyone that'll ever use one of these. When you go for a shop, it takes what, an hour, 2 hours? You're not gonna plug in for 50 miles of range. Reliability is meh. I've seen them broken sometimes, but at least on this occasion it was working. Overall, a poor, because it's not good, it's shite. Nobody's ever going to use it, but it isn't broken, so it isn't really shite. Poor. It's going in the poor category. Easy Go is the next one. You'd see these had quite a lot of Lidl's chargers, and they're basically the same as the first 22 kilowatt 3-phase AC ESP chargers. All the details are the same. 7.5 hours to charge, 43 miles an hour, 43p per unit, £34.40 per charge, and 12p per mile. It's the same kind of story. Ease of use for this one, meh. Neither good nor bad. Convenience, meh. Reliability, meh. I've seen this one broken a couple of times, but it was working on the day of charge, so I'll give it a meh. Overall, this one it's kind of between poor and meh, this one, because the Weev is a better charger than this one, so this one gets poor, because again, I would avoid it at all costs. I'd never, ever use it. It goes in the poor category. So next up, I found another Weev 24 kilowatt DC charger at the side of a hotel, and now is probably as good a time as any to talk about the connector. So if you're using a DC, the connector will be a CCS port. It's like a type 2 port with 2 additional pins at the bottom. What that is the plus and minus terminals for your fast DC charging. AC chargers, like most of the others, will use a type 2 port, and It, as I said, is limited to the 11 kilowatts, which is built inside the car. DC chargers, the cable is usually tethered to the side of the charger, which makes charging a lot more straightforward. DC is the way to go if you can. The beauty about this is that it takes Apple Pay. It charges at 90 miles per hour, which is a really, really decent charge speed. You know, that's a full charge in 3.5 hours, 40 quid to fill the car fully. And to be honest with you, I'm really impressed with this. This was really good. I really liked this experience. This was good. Ease of use, I'm gonna give it a good. It is good. Convenience, yeah, pretty good. 90 miles an hour is a reasonable charge rate. Reliability, shite, because 50% of the time it wasn't working. Overall, in this circumstance, a good. However, the last one we graded was a shite because it was broken, so it's a hard one, this one. I'm gonna keep it in the good category. I like these. I would use this again. The next one I drove to was actually a free charger. It's a brand new £100 million council gym, and they have 2 of these 7 kilowatt chargers, and they're free. There's no app, there's no RFID, there's no credit card, there's no payment. They're free. So I'm gonna give them, despite the fact that they were full and that they're slow, I'm gonna give that a good, because any charge that's free is a good charge. Next one is another BP Pulse, and shock, this one's actually working. Happy days. So this is the only one where you can tap a credit card to get it working, which is awesome. And look at that, 58 seconds after I tapped the car was charging. Awesome, well done BP for actually having a decent fast charger. The only problem with this one, 85p per unit. 85p. That's 68 quid to fill. That's the dearest by far. It's over double. Just to break that down, it's 4.47 times more expensive than charging from home, 2.17 times more expensive than a Tesla Supercharger, which is faster and more convenient and more reliable. And get this, it's twice the cost of a diesel car doing 55 miles per gallon at £1.45 per litre. Twice the price. BP need to fucking sort that shit out, because the 85p, avoid at all cost. It's the same price as 27 miles per gallon in a diesel car. It's the same as running a Range Rover to fucking use this thing. Ease of use, good. It's the best one so far that isn't a supercharger by far and away, so it gets a good. Convenience, good. Reliability, shite. Because I've drove past them and loads of them have been broken, and the one that's closest to me is always broken. I always report it on ZapMap and always get Tyler or some other agent coming back and saying, "Thank you for reporting this. Our engineer will be out with you on site ASAP." Fucking no, it's never fixed, it's broken. Reliability, shite. Overall, BP Pulse, you're staying in the shite category because it is shite. 85p per unit, regardless of whether it's working or not, is completely shite. Shite. The next one that I visited was this ESB 50 kilowatt rapid charger. Now this is quite an old charger, it's maybe 12, 15 years old. 50 kilowatts is actually a really, really good speed because it's DC. It's about 160 mile an hour charge speed, less than 2 hours to fully charge. 58p per unit and 46 quid a fill. It's definitely one of the more expensive options. So ease of use for this thing is poor. The app is crap. Convenience, it's very convenient if it's working, really, really good. 2 hours in and out on an empty charge, brilliant. Reliability, poor. I've seen it broken far too many times. Overall though, I'm gonna give this one a meh. No, good. No, it's not good, it's meh. I'm gonna give this one a meh. So the last one I'm gonna look at here is this Maxol station. So these ones are quite interesting. They have a single standalone terminal in the middle for your credit card, but no matter how many times I tried 3 times with 3 different cards on 3 different machines, and not one of them would initiate with my car, which is a Model 3, one of the most popular EVs out there, and it wouldn't work. So I don't know what to say about this one. Ease of use, it should be a good, but for me it was a shite. Convenience, good, if you can get it working. Reliability, meh, because I couldn't get it working, but the other guy could get it working. So meh, 50% a likelihood of it working. Overall, I'm gonna give the Maxol charging station a poor, because it's also the second most expensive after BP. So I would avoid the ESP 22 kilowatt, BP Pulse, Maxol, EasyGo, PodPoint, VandElectrical. The meh, which is the Weev 22 kilowatt and the ESP 50 kilowatt, if you're stuck and you really need a charge, I would go for those above everything else. In the good tier, I would go for the free one, which is always good, or the 24 kilowatt DC Weev. I like that one. That one's actually really good. But if I can, I will just charge the Supercharger every single time because it's the most reliable, most dependable, and they just work.